I'm used to my mind always racing. I describe it almost like there's a party going on all the time. Imagine music constantly playing in the background while 5 different people are telling you what to do. Now, try to do what you're actually supposed to be doing. Welcome to the brain of someone with ADHD. I found out I had attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD, in 2013. Second semester freshman year, I got a 1.97 GPA, and that's when I finally admitted something was wrong. Nobody was really surprised once we found out, however. When I was a kid, I was always fidgety, and still am. I was constantly on the go from sport to sport without really getting tired. I could talk for days at 1,000,000 words per minute. I always felt like my head had a cloudiness in it and was kind of cluttered, but I thought it was normal, like everyone had to push through the fog of their own minds to focus. The first day I took my Adderall, 13 days before my 19th birthday, it was the first time that my mind was clutter-free. I finally shut down the nearly 19-year-long party going on in my head. It was glorious, peaceful, and like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. My grades have been on the upward swing ever since, and the fall of my junior year, I made Dean's List. I think there's a lot of misconception out there about ADHD and Adderall. People have actually told me that I'm lucky that I have ADHD because it allows me to get an Adderall prescription. I absolutely cannot stand when people call Adderall study drugs. People who don't take Adderall by prescription don't truly understand what it's like to take it every day. Have you ever been physically hungry but not able to force yourself to consume food? Or maybe just a few small bites? No? Let me tell you, it sucks. People think it sounds like a good way to lose weight. The weight loss is an entirely different story. I have to have my weight checked every 2 weeks. It's absolutely ridiculous. How about midday naps? Like those? Me too. Well, I used to. 45 minutes after I take my pill in the morning, I'm wide awake for 10 to 12 hours. Take it too late? Enjoy not sleeping that night. I may not appear tired, but if you look closely, the dark circles under my eyes tell an entirely different story. Until I got used to my Adderall, a year after taking it almost every day, I lost my personality altogether. No idea where it ran off to. I was emotionless and constantly serious. The kid who was always cracking jokes went on a year-long vacation. Do you enjoy being an asshole every day? Many who take Adderall illegally don't need it, so don't understand why a drug that makes them talkative makes someone with ADHD angry. Adderall calms my brain down. I've actually lost a few friends because they were constantly distracting while I was studying, and I bit their heads off one too many times. I don't feel sorry when I snap at you, at least in the moment. My Adderall was telling me to eliminate distraction and focus. So no, I'm not lucky because my ADHD allows me to get an Adderall prescription, because I need that daily help. Rather, my ADHD makes me lucky for an entirely different reason. I believe my ADHD is why I'm so creative. The party in my head still is never completely shut down, and I wouldn't want it to be. I still have 1,000 ideas running through my head every day, but they're organized, and I can grab them as they go by. My creativity is why I consider myself lucky to have ADHD. I'm not ashamed of it. Without my creativity, I don't know where I would be or who I would be. And for that, I love having ADHD and wouldn't trade it for anything.